Dit zijn Emilie Autumn en de Bloody Crumpets. Yesterday at the book reading, you said you were going to get something done. I'm wondering what. Is it a tattoo? Is it a piercing?
It is, this is so hard because I so want to say. Should I just say?
Just say it.
I'm going to get my cell number tattooed on my arm.
Really? Why is that? So you can remember it, or?
Just commemorative, just so I never forget I'm an inmate.
Oh, hang on, you mean inmate. I thought you meant cell phone number.
Oh. Actually, that was way funnier than what I thought it was going to be. I like.
Just in case you forget.
I like your answer far better than mine. That was.
I'm more of a practical.
Too, because I'm lonely and I need some calls. Call me for a good time. Right. We are in Amsterdam, so we're available. We're available for parties, hourly rate, totally set. Yes. No, my asylum cell number.
That does make more sense.
Ready for this on the guns.
That does make more sense, yeah. I don't know what I was thinking, but...
just woke up like this. Hello.
Okay. Okay, well, feel free to anytime you want. You all can touch my arm, too, if you want to. It's fine.
Soft lady skin.
I like this interview already.
I'm pretty happy.
Tell me, Emily with no last name. Do you consider yourself mad? I consider myself considered mad, and that is all that matters. Would it surprise you terribly to know that the Count de Roxburgh is one of the asylum's most generous benefactors? Nothing would surprise me terribly, sir. Doctor. Then I suppose you will not be surprised when I tell you that you have been committed to the asylum for wayward Victorian girls for a stay of infinite length. There is not a soul who cares to petition for your release. Not at all, Doctor. And, as such a clever girl, you surely realize that it is entirely at my discretion whether you are ever to see daylight again or not. What is more, in the eyes of the law, you are a common criminal, and in my eyes, you are less.
You have a book coming out, and I just want to know, what can we expect?
The backstory of pretty much my existence, but also the entire asylum. You get to finally know exactly how it came about, how it was built, how we all met, and what goes on there from day to day. It's actually it's autobiographical, of course, but it ends up being a highly suspenseful horror novel. So it is not for the weak-hearted, and I think it'll have a 18 and only sticker on it. It's heavily illustrated, let's put it that way.
You said it's highly autobiographical, but what parts did you put into it from your personal experience?
Oh, talking to the rats. Yeah. Well, you learn finally why the rats talk. It's actually pretty simple. I don't want to give it away because it's a good little secret. But yeah, we learn everything from how I got to be committed and them as well. And let's see what else. It's a hard question to answer because it's basically everything. But you want a secret, don't you?
Actually, I kind of do. So,
Okay.
Would you mind telling me a secret?
I will tell you a secret. Contessa confessed to me, as she is so fond of doing, that she is not wearing underwear. Why is that, exactly?
You took it away.
Guilty.
I want to hold you to the song. I'm hurting you for your own good. I got to do, you know I would. I'd give up all of my back so you never sold. I want to win your love and put it in the ground so you can never leave. I want to win your trust, your faith, your heart.
If I wanted to be a crumpet, what would I have to do?
Basically,
We are not crumpets by choice.
that's pretty much the deal, is if you're out to audition, that's automatically a no. Because it's an enforced activity. It's really like you've got no other choice. It's this or the streets. when it comes down to that, you've got a shot, but you must also be incredibly talented at least one skill, excepting you.
You have another album, your first album, Enchant. I was just wondering, it's such a beautiful album. Why don't we hear your songs anymore live?
It's just a different time. That came from before I was locked up, and that pretty much, because, I mean, that is completely legitimate, and I don't have to embellish any of that. And so, being incarcerated in any way, I'm sure you all know out there, it really changes pretty much everything about your life, and everything that came before. It isn't that it doesn't mean anything, because it very much does, but it's almost more painful to revisit the time before. It's a more... I mean, there's actually a lot of angry shit on that record, too, but it's directed in a very different place, and there was a heavily optimistic side to it, almost a solution, like, if we do this, then we can make this better. And there's still an optimism, but it's more because we've created our own little reality here, and I have no more desire, really, or ambition to affect the world or anybody else. I think that's a very dangerous thing to try to do. It's also very self-important, so I think, I don't really have the control over that. This record was pretty much about addressing myself in a very selfish way, which is actually why it was so interesting that anybody cared to listen to it. That was not the plan at all. I had no idea whatsoever who would listen to it or who would care. Very happy that people did. It gives me something to do with my days. But, so Enchant probably won't hear for a while. There is always the chance that I will get back to a state where that is more bearable to revisit. And, there will be a time, possibly, where a couple of things get back on the set list.
And the wind, I know it goes,
Okay.
You're on again?
Sure. Please feel free to. Here. I think I'm not going to wash them for a week or something.
Oh, stop.
I do, yeah.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I cut myself accidentally.
I do that too! No, I don't anymore, and you don't do it either. No. Razor blades are for
You have
assholes.
Magic.
Whoa, none of that. Yes. I got scars too. We can all be in the club together. My favorite scar is not even a self-inflicted one. It's an eel bite. That's a whole other story of how that came about, but you can see the two fang marks on that side and that side where he wouldn't let go.
Was it?
Yes.
Was it one of those scary ones that you see on the Discovery Channel?
Exactly. It was a big moray eel, and someone I knew as a pet, and it was absolutely insane, and so it shot out of its aquarium and ended up flapping about on the floor, and I just thought, animals, I have to save your life, so I just grabbed it and intended to throw it back in, and it misunderstood my intentions. We had a talk about it later. It was fine. There was an apology, written apology.
So you're friends now?
We're okay.
liar, 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 liar.
Shows are really quite unique, really something else. Are there any plans to release a live DVD or a live CD?
We plan actually to release a live DVD of every show. It may seem overkill, I don't know if anybody wants it, but I like having the chronological experience. And I think there is a backstage documentary in the works, right? I've been secretly filming you all. Yeah. Yeah, that's the deal.
So it's like the Asylum, the movie, is going to be there? Or?
How did you know that?
I guessed.
When you read the book, you'll see that it's made for cinema. It must be seen, because there's no description I can give you to what the asylum actually looks like. It's too massive and too just, the architecture is pretty unbelievable, and I think it needs to be seen.
And there is also the Asylum workout DVD.
Oh, Contessa, would you care to elaborate?
Gothic yoga. For those who want to keep the light out.
Right. We have Downward Facing Dog, which is entitled, what? Present Yourself to the Dark Lord,
Yes,
I think.
Yes.
Right.
I love that one.
Presenting and...
Breathe
right.
in the darkness and exhale the lightness.
I think we should sign off with that. Yes?
Everybody.
Dear Goddess.
Dear God.
Please help those.
Please help those.
Who know not their ways.
They know not what they do.
They know not what they do.
No.
Amen.
I want to mix our blood and put it in the ground so you can never leave.
Monsters.